So being a middle school student is already a pretty challenging time. But when we receive students who are of middle school age, coupled with learning challenges, can really put students in a tough spot during this time in their life. And so that's where David steps in.
David has begun a pilot program for our ESE students to make sure that they're receiving the individualized support that they need based on their needs. When these kids are entering the program, they're likely kids that maybe would struggle or be long-term learners.
We did see an issue where some students weren't completing the course at the same rate as their peers. So about 2 years ago, David approached me with a truly innovative idea. He wanted to transform his Flex MJ World History class into an ESE-centered virtual classroom.
So going to his IL and then coming to me, this is David's idea to how could we help this group of students more specifically.
So when students enrolled with a verified IEP or 504 plan, they were transferred into David's class, where he could then adapt the teaching methodology and pedagogy to meet the needs of those students.
So we might call this a hyper-personalized environment where he does everything that he can to understand the learning needs and then match those learning needs with resources and interventions in instruction.
He has about 80% of what his peers have, student load-wise, but 95% of his students are verified students with a disability.
The outcomes of David's ESE-centered classroom have been resoundingly successful and highly impactful.
David's completion rate, retention rate, final segment exam scores were, in some cases, 30% higher than the students with disabilities that were spread throughout the rest of the schoolhouse. And then this year we added a teacher in another subject area, and that data from that teacher, along with David's second year data, has led to the expansion where the 25-26 school year will include 4 teachers doing this.
His dedication is evident in his commitment to fostering the inclusive educational environment that he's developing within the pilot.
And he really creates an environment where they feel like they can be themselves. They feel like they can laugh, they feel like they can joke, and they feel like they can make mistakes. They feel like they can learn from those mistakes. And you really see a lot of opportunity for growth in students when they're interacting with David.
David is truly a teacher with a heart of gold and a profound calling to serve.
Some students will say, I remember my 5th grade teacher. That teacher really made an impact on me. I have a pretty good feeling that many, many years from now, when they look back and talk about their favorite teacher, it's going to be David.